Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Post-Match Clarity. I'm Zim, and this is it should be episode 3, but it's episode 2, actually. This one's going to be a little bit longer. We're going to talk about our match in the CDSI group stage, our first match against SPG, and then the one that we just most recently played against ELV. And at the end, if we have some time, we'll talk about moving forward, facing Davilos this one. Okay, so straight away, we had our debut against SPG, and we lost via score of 2-1. We dropped the hard point, Hacienda, I think 250 to 234. We dropped the search and destroy. I don't even remember what the score was, I'm gonna be very honest with you. But it was bad. And then the control, I think we won 4-2 on Arsenal. Looking back on that series, I think it's really important for us to talk about like what our goals are in this CDSI group stage, and also look forward to like what we should be doing moving forward. We're trying to qualify and go to China. So in order for us to do that and get to that point where we're on land and we're playing against those teams in person, we don't need to beat all of the teams. We want to beat all of the teams, but we also recognize that every single team in this group stage at this point is a big dog. And if we want to win, we're gonna have to also be a big dog and make sure that we're on top of our game. SPG is a team that we scrim quite a lot, and we were very confident going into it. Not overconfident though, we're very respectful and understanding the strengths of their team. But we definitely expected to win, we'll be very honest about that. And we weren't able to do that on the hard point. In the search and destroy, we found some really uncharacteristic positions and felt like our strategy was where it needed to be, our matchups were where it needed to be, and just couldn't execute. And you guys got to see that live with some really egregious mistakes going on our end, and that's something that we have to focus on and move forward, not only for the CDSI group stage, but for the World Championship as well. In order for us to win against really strong Eastern teams, we're going to have to make sure that we're good in search and destroy, and that has to be not a weakness for us in our series. As far as the control was concerned, we feel good about where our control is right now at the moment, and the 4-2 win, although they won the 2 rounds, we still feel like we're pretty good at the mode, and I'm happy that we were able to take that one as a victory. All in all, I want to give a lot of props to Nan, who performed absolutely out of his mind the entire series, who was great on his AR and marksman role. And I also want to give a shout out to Gushing, young player coming up, playing really, really well, and new acquired player Bird as well, with Carl. Newly acquired player Carl, in addition to Nan, who you guys just came into SPG, you guys played really well, and really great props to you guys. We lost that series, we'll just move on from that. Didn't even happen, it's all good, we're still going. Second series against ELV, which just ended today. It's actually 4:23, we just got done playing against ELV, I want to say like 10-20 minutes ago. Straight away, ELV is the best hardpoint team on planet Earth. Like, if COD Mobile was played intergalactically, they might be the best hardpoint team in the galaxy. They're really, really good at hardpoint. And it was a tall task for us to prepare for them, and for us also to draft a good strategy against them to play on the hardpoint, because they're so different than every other team that you're going to face against. There are maybe 2 teams in the entire world that play a style similar to theirs, and it's them, and maybe like CODM. They're really, really good. We felt like the Apocalypse was a good map selection for us to try to challenge them on, and we fell short. They played really well on that map. I think PJ and Yopi were absolutely rampant on us. They carried the team, and yeah, sometimes you're going to lose the hard point. For any team matching up against Elevate, going up against them is really important that you have strengths in search and destroy and control. So for us, I think it was clear that we, after dropping the hard point, had to focus on the remaining part of the series. And in this format, where you're playing 3 maps directly, we're just trying to get to the positions that we feel confident in and try to see if we can win out from there. We came up with a game plan on the Tunisia that we felt confident in, tried to execute it to the best of our ability, and at the end of the day, again, Elevate is a really strong team. They still took us to the wire, but we did manage to win by a score of 10-8 with several clutches from Marvel, great calls from Tectonic, and the overall strong play from our SMG core, and even Jokos as well, opening up the map for us with occasional first bloods and creating space. So Tunisia, really, really good work from us overall. I think we can get better at that, but it's good to get a win against Elevate on it. As far as the control was concerned, we went a little bit of a different direction this time against ELV. There are quite a few people that I've been seeing criticism revolving around the draft and strategy and what maps we should be playing and what maps we should not be playing. I'm going to say it directly to all of you guys. I'm never going to listen to any of you guys when you're doing that. Myself and Callie know everything that we need to be doing. We're always going to put our team in a position to play to our strengths and play to also our weaknesses. And we felt that every single draft that we've put forward so far has been a good enough draft for us to not only play against the team and give ourselves a chance to win, but also just in general comfortability given the circumstance. We are always going to put our team in the best position to play against that specific team. Whoever it is, regardless of our strengths, regardless of the other team's strengths, we're looking to be a good team in that forefront from a very educated perspective. So from that part, it's good. We played them on the raid control. That was a slight deviation from our original kind of game planning, but we felt confident on it, had a clear game plan, and ELV again played really, really well. They won by scoreline of 4-2 on that raid control. We saw them go up 2-0, us storm back and tie it up 2-2, and then mess up some fundamental positions. Again, at this stage, really, really good teams. We're going to have to be a really good team as well. Recognize important spots and convert. There's no other way around it. We recognize the position, we didn't pull it. Next time, we'll study it, we'll try to get better, and hopefully we'll be able to win that on the next opportunity. Moving forward now, great props to Elevate. I want to give a big shout out to Ole. You guys are always in a really, really good spot with your team. Always prepared. Great team. Great respawn modes. Great search and destroy. It's always a challenge. And we're looking forward to supporting you guys and looking forward to watching you guys play, not only through the rest of CDSI, but in the World Championship as well. Now looking forward to our next opponent, Daivalos, who very well may be our most important opponent for the rest of the CDSI group stage. This match very likely will determine whether or not we qualify to go to Chengdu or if we are eliminated. Daivalos is an incredible team. Again, very important for us to recognize that they are perennially the #1 team in Japan. Much, much better in person. Japanese are quite far, so server latency is also an issue for them. Same and similar as it is for us. And we are not taking them lightly at all. They're an incredibly decorated team. They've been there before. They're studious. They learn very well. They make adjustments. They're decorated. Those guys have been there. They've experienced it. And they know what it feels like to be in this tournament, compete against the highest level of team. And they're going to be ready. But we're also going to be ready. We'll take the time today. At the moment, like we said, it's like 4:30 or so. We'll take the rest of the evening to get some more practice in, go over our strategy, create a strategy that we feel confident in employing against Daivalos, and hopefully walk away with a victory in that series. But all in all, throughout the rest of the group stage, it won't be over after that point. Looking forward after that, we'll have Q9, and we'll see how it goes. But hopefully, by the end of everything, we can walk away in a relatively good position in the group stage and be ready to lock and load for the LAN that will be taking place in Chengdu, China. So that's it from me. Nothing really else to be said. Some of these episodes are not always going to be pretty. This is one where we lose and we have to come in front of everybody and say, you know what, we got fucked up. Then that's going to happen. It's also not going to happen sometimes. Sometimes we're going to win. Sometimes we're not going to win. And we need to be able to identify that, be really real with ourselves and come in front of not only each other in the room when we're reviewing, but the fans as well, and say, we weren't good enough on this particular day, but we're going to keep working hard, try to be good enough next time, and we'll try to keep stacking these wins up. I'm really happy and proud of the work that we're putting in, progress that we're making, and the level of play that we are at, regardless of our current position in the group stage. We're confident, we feel good, we're not going to let this bother us, and we're going to keep working hard. So that's it from me, and looking forward. We'll have a great match against the Japanese, and let's get it.